Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. On the previous episode, we added our third team member to our party, Henry, the Nidoran, the male Nidoran that is, purple one. And yeah, took a long time to find him, but here he is. Or rather, here he is. So I'm going to switch him out at the front because I kind of need him to level up. Now, Henry won't be useful in the next gym, but he will be a lot more useful later on. Now, I know that I already have a Poison-type Pokemon, but when Henry fully evolves, he becomes a Poison Ground type, called Nidoking. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Not a day goes by without Team Rocket being in the news. Sometimes you'll have too many Pokemon with you to add any more. In that case, you should just store some using any PC. It's a newspaper. That does not look like a newspaper, that looks like a clipboard. Okay, set 6 Pokeballs in my belt. Yeah, that'll do it. At most, you can have 6 Pokemon with you. Can you not block me, sir? That was really rude. Hello there, laddie. Have I got just the deal for you? I'll let you have a secret Pokemon, a Magikarp, for just 500 Pokedollars. So you'll buy it, am I right? No. No? You say no? I'm only doing this as a favour to you. Yeah, that guy's a con artist. Although, Magikarp isn't the worst Pokemon to buy, because it does evolve into Gyarados at level 20, but still. Oh yeah, I already got that. Alright, I just want to backtrack a little bit, so that I can go fight these trainers I missed. Phew, I better take a rest. Groan. That tunnel from Cerulean takes a lot out of you. Right, which trainers did I miss? Or did I not miss any? I tried to miss you. Never mind, I didn't miss any trainers. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit rough then. Because here's the problem. I've got to go in here next. Pretty sure there's a hidden item on one of these rocks as well that you can't see. No, I must be thinking of a different one. Always check all the rocks as well, because there can be hidden items. Okay, so here we have... Oh, let's read the sign first. Mount Moon, tunnel entrance. So here's the problem. Mount Moon is a bit scary. In fact, I'm going to switch Henry back out. The reason why I can just train him in trainer battles, and then he can get some EXP that way. But the main issue with Mount Moon is wherever you walk, you can encounter Pokemon, including everyone's favourite Pokemon, Zubat, which loves to attack you recklessly in caves. And Zubat is a poison flying type, which means that Bulbasaur is going to do absolutely nothing to it. In fact, I'm probably better off just hitting the run away button from these and actually fighting something that Bulbasaur actually, you know, has a good matchup against, which is not a lot in here, to be honest. First of all, give me. I found a TM, it contains Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed is not going to be useful, unfortunately. Right. I'm being careful not to trigger the encounter with him, because here's the thing, there's a lot of rock types in here that Andy is weak to. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Am I suspicious? Probably not. He's a bug catcher, so I'd rather not have Bulbasaur out. Bug catcher Kent would like to battle. He has a Weedle. Which is pretty much what every single bug catcher has. They either have a Weedle, or a Caterpie, or a Metapod, or a whatever. Just some kind of bug type. Kuna. This thing's only going to have Hardening. Let's use Henry for the first time. So, Henry's main problem is he's really underleveled for this area. But he does have a flying type move, so this is going to be his time to shine. Now, Henry actually evolves twice. He evolves into Nidorino at level 16 to 18 range again. Might be 20 something actually. But his second evolution needs an evolution stone. Luckily, the evolution stone that you need just so happens to be in this cave. And when evolving Henry, you want to try and do it around the level 30 range. If you do it too early, he misses out on some moves that he could learn at Nidorino. If you do it too late, he misses out on some moves he could learn as Nidoking. So the ideal range is about 30 something. There we go, nice little 166 experience there, that's going to get him straight up to level 8, and he learnt Focus Energy, which is an absolute trash move. He nearly got level 9 as well. You got me! Right, let's put Saint back at the front. Found a Paralyze heal, which, well, it cures your paralyzed status condition if you have one. Ah, here we go. Here's something I do good against. Oh, it's only level 8. It's really not that bad. Yeah, if the wild Pokemon are a higher level than the stuff you're using in your team, you've done something wrong, is all I'm going to say. But I am trying to get more EXP, so I will keep using Saint. Oh, I'm just going to run a Zubat. I'm just going to hit the run button. I can't be bothered to deal with something that 4 times resists my stab moves. No, thank you. And I'm not running because I'll get more encounters. I know I need the XP, but it's really not worth me fighting a Zubat. They also have really, to put it lightly, annoying moves. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. Why not just wait in the Poké Center? Lass Iris would like to battle, and she sends out a Clefairy, and it's her one and only Pokemon, so this is going to be a little bit tricky for me to deal with. The Clefairy does have a little bit of bulk. Yeah, that was a crit as well, and I got immobilized, or Saint got immobilized again. You hate to see it. And you want me to use Vine Whip again? Okay, that's fine with me. That's what I was hoping to use anyways. Encore forces you to use the same move twice in a row. Right, Double Slap. This is a move that can hit up to 5 times. It's just a multi-hitting move, basically. Done. Okay, well, I'm going to learn your full moveset at this rate. My Encore ended, did it? Well, I'm going to use Vine Whip anyways, just in case you use Encore again. Because if you use a different move when you've been Encored, it doesn't work. Level 16. Nicely done. I lost? Yes. Yes, you did. And I believe... Yes. Okay, so Bulbasaur does evolve at level 16. I knew that one was right. Congratulations, your Saint evolved into Ivysaur. So, upon evolving into Ivysaur, Saint's stats will have got a lot better. Not switch. Summary. He keeps the same ability. And he also keeps the same moves. So, yeah, it's always a good idea to evolve your Pokemon that learn up by, or that evolve by level up. It's very rare that you wouldn't want to. There are a couple of Pokemon. One of them is a starter, but that's all the way in Generation 3. Okay, I'm getting flooded by encounters. And can I get anything but a Zubat, please? I know there's more than just Zubats in here. I know it's Mount Moon, but come on. I kind of just want the item as well. it's another Zubat. Lovely. You can use repels that you can buy in the Poké Center to stop encounters as commonly, but I kind of want the XP. What? Don't sneak up on me, my guy. Well, technically I did sneak up on him actually, so never mind, he has a point. Super Nerd Joven would like to battle. He sends out a Magnemite. Okay, that's a new one, that's an electric steel type. Steel is completely immune to poison, and, well, the other issue is, I have nothing that can touch this actually. I'm going to have to Leech Seed you. It resists every single one of my moves. That's a huge problem. Thundershock, oh boy. Luckily we resist it. Didn't paralyze me, which is good news, because I prefer not to be paralyzed. Because if you're paralyzed, you have a chance that you won't be able to move and attack, and your speed is cut in half, so the odds are that you'll probably be going last. That just lowers defense, if I remember right, or special defense. Yeah, that's fine. This isn't going too bad at the moment. I am recovering health. Okay, let's just hope you don't have another Magnemite, or another Pokemon I can barely damage. A Voltorb. That's also not very good, to be fair. But I will keep Saint in, because Pidgey is weak to Voltorb due to it being an electric type. Or, sorry, Voltorb being an electric type, not Pidgey. Voltorb is also really, really fast as well. Problem is, because it's part electric, it also resists grass. But we're just in a tackle match. And I was outspeeding it anyways. Electrode is the fastest Pokemon in Generation 1. My Pokemon won't do! So yeah, expect to see a lot of them outspeeding me later. Oh, finally, something I can actually gain experience about. Although the problem is, yeah, I'm running out of Vine Whips, so I might just need to leave the floor. Or just start running away from battle, unless I learn a better move. Vine Whip's cool and all, but it doesn't have enough PP, is it the problem? Found a rare candy that will automatically level up a Pokemon by 1 level. That's a bug catcher. Nearly ran into that without thinking. You need to go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. Bug catcher Robbie. Sent out Caterpie again. Gus should do nicely. And a Metapod, which I'm just... Actually, no. Henry can get some EXP on this thing. And right now, Henry is my lowest level Pokemon, so I need to get him as much as possible. Well, my lowest level addition that I wish to use on my team. How many episodes do you reckon it'll take me to get out of Mount Moon? Because I'm going to be recording until about 5:30 my time. Level 9. Do you learn a better move? Oh, it's so close. Caterpie, as much as I want to keep you in, Henry, the problem is I know that you'll have a little bit of a difficult time. I can level Henry up soon, though. I just need to get out of Mount Moon first, because I'd rather not run into an issue where I have to keep switch training. And then my other two Pokemon that can get me through Mount Moon will be on low health, because then I won't be able to beat up trainers, which means I'll have to avoid them all. I lost! Oh, there's an item over there. My plan is to try and get all the items on this go around. I do need to go down some of the ladders, though. I forgot to switch Andy out. Whoopsie, run away. Now watch, now that I switched Saint at the front, I'm going to start just encountering nothing but Zubats again. That's typically how this goes. An escape rope. That's actually probably going to be used fairly soon, because that gets you out the dungeon you were in. Hi, I'm excavating for fossils here under Mount Moon. Sometimes Brock of Pewter Gym lends me a hand. What do you know? It's a Zubat again. Almost as if I predicted it. Silly game. Right, I'm going a bit too far in this direction, because this is the way you actually want to go, and I missed some of the ladders. The reason why I want to go down the ladders is there's a bunch of useful items to me in them, especially one of them. So I will be going down this ladder here, because this will take me to a section that has items in it. Oh, hello. Here we have our first Team Rocket encounter. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. We strike fear with our strength. Yeah, you'd think a Pokemon gang would be using some of the strongest Pokemon, right? Yeah, about that. They like to use Rattatas and Zubats the most, so a Sandshrew is actually a rare one that they have. But it works for us, we can get rid of it very easily. Team Rocket is about to send out a Rattata. We will keep Saint in, just because I know. I could switch to Andy, but I'm just going to use all my Vine Whips, and then I'll get the item that's in here, which is the thing I wanted. I believe it is the Moonstone that I've been looking for. A Zubat, though, will be a hard switch, and that will be a hard switch to Andy, because I'd rather not lose all my health. I'm not going to use the escape rope, and I'll tell you why. I'm not actually too far away from... Oh, Supersonic. Confusion. If you are hit by Confusion, you have a chance of attacking yourself. Confusion is a status that everyone hates being hit by in Pokemon. It is the most aggravating status, to the point where I've seen people just close down their game by seeing the word "it." Because if you see the word "it," it's going to say it hurt itself in Confusion. I blew it! Right, don't mind me, I want this Moonstone, I believe. No, it's a star piece. Okay, that one just sells for money. There is definitely a Moonstone in here, and I know there is. And we got a Geodude. I mean, the problem with Geodude, you need to trade with someone to fully evolve it into Golem. It evolves into Graveler and then Golem. The problem is, first of all, it's 4 times weak to water and grass. Which, I want to make a joke, but I don't think I should. But to evolve it into Golem, you need to trade it with someone. So unless you can find someone who also has a copy of Pokemon Fire Red or Pokemon Leaf Green, and you can get them to meet up, and they're not a scammer, you're in for a hard time. I've noticed a lot of these episodes have been a bit longer than 20 minutes, but that's alright. I'm sure you don't mind if it goes over by a few minutes. In fact, most people hate it when they're under the usual 20-minute mark, and I can get that, because the shorter episodes are usually rushed, if that makes sense. Right, here's the thing. I might need to start running away from these, because I don't want to use all my PP again. I can't remember if there's a ladder to the left side. I'm just going to double check. I believe there wasn't. No, it was just an item. Is there one to the bottom left? No. Okay, so I can just head to the east side of this floor. I really should have bought some repels, shouldn't I? I mean, I'm usually the type of player who just battles all the wild Pokemon anyways, but on a Bulbasaur run it's a bit harder when you have significantly less PP. Ideally, Bulbasaur learns another move, another grass type move, or not, it's an Ivysaur now. That's why I was referring to their or to the nicknames rather than the species of Pokemon that they were, because I knew I would keep calling it Bulbasaur even though Saint has now evolved into Ivysaur, so I should be calling it Saint or Ivysaur, but it doesn't matter too much. You get what I mean. Okay, I haven't battled you yet. Wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. You're probably going to have another Clefairy or Jigglypuff. No, you have an Oddish. That's actually really bad news for me, because that's another Grass Poison type, which means I can't really hit it. And if I had known, I could have used Andy. But that's fine. Sweet Scent. That lowers your evasiveness. Doesn't matter, because most moves that trainers have are 100 accuracy anyways. Absorb. So you absorb the opposing Pokemon's energy and you heal your own. However, using it when a Pokemon is 4 times resistant to grass is going to do nothing. Alright, Saint is now level 18. Bellsprout, that's another grass poison type. Let's use Henry, because I think Henry will be able to take this down, as he also resists grass. And he has Peck as well, which is super effective. But this thing tends to learn Rat. Okay, 5 damage is fine, considering that Henry is under-leveled. And that should get you to level 10, at least I hope it will, otherwise I'm a bit concerned. Henry grew to level 10. Oh, you grew to level 11, even better. You didn't get a new move, but you are starting to catch up with my team members, and that's a good sign. Like I've said, Henry will get some training later. He doesn't need to get training for now, because I wasn't going to use him against the second gym anyways. Oh, here we go. This must be the Moonstone. No, it's a TM. It contains Thief. That will steal the opposing Pokemon's item that they are holding, if they're holding one. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kids. I'm going to fight him, and then I'll end the episode off. Team Rocket Run. They're all called Team Rocket Run. And, a Zubat. Typical. And he's using Supersonic. Lovely. Average Zubat encounter be like. Come on, Saint. Darn it. As soon as I saw it, I knew I was in trouble. Yeah. You'll hear a lot of people, when they play a Pokemon game, complain about Zubat, and for good reason. It's genuinely one of those Pokemon that everyone dislikes because of the number of times you see them. And because they have moves that cause you to hit yourself in confusion. God, Ekans. We'll use Andy for this, because Bulbasaur won't be able... Did it again. Saint won't be able to damage it very easily. How long do I get stuck against this thing, do you reckon? No, you missed. Oh, you got Poison Sting. Well, I have an antidote, and I also have that berry, so that wasn't the worst thing. Will Andy level up? Probably not. He'll be close, though. So you are good. Okay, but this seems like a good place to call it. So, that will be it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Pokemon Fire Red, we're going to continue making our way through Mount Moon. See you guys then.